All right. You know what it is? You know who it is? I'm back with another video. So I just did this whole video, forgot to hit go live. So I'm going to do it again. So today we're talking about foundational strength. If you saw my Instagram post earlier, I was talking about it a little bit. So let's get started. Foundational strength or foundational fitness is the basics, whether that be squatting, pressing in all planes, deadlifting, conditioning, and overall strength. They will always be the foundations of fitness. They always have been, and they're always going to be there. They are how humans move and how they have developed over the years and gotten us to this point. Foundational fitness will never change. The way it is used will. From the beginning of fitness, or the way it is used will change, not our basics of fitness. From the beginning of fitness, whether that was, I don't have an exact year for that, but until now, till this point, 2018, things have clearly changed. While some being very good and some being very bad and some falling in between that spectrum, things have changed because of science, because of studies and things of that nature. So even in the last 50 years, from Arnold's prime as a bodybuilder to the mix of fitness crazes that we see today, it's a lot different. The way movement is thought of, analyzed, programmed, and designed, it's a lot different. Yet one of the things that has remained the same and is that the movements we're doing have not changed. The squat, the deadlift, the press. I'll keep repeating these because these are the foundations of fitness. They are the same. The squat isn't any different than it was 50 years ago. The deadlift isn't the same or any different than it was 50 years ago, and the press hasn't changed from 50 years ago. There's just more information, more variation, and more right and wrong about movements themselves. Right and wrong in a sense of this is how you do it, this is the safest way, it's the most efficient way. And with variation and information comes a lot of knowledge to be gained, but there also comes a lot of knowledge to be misunderstood and used wrong and put out there wrong. So just being able to decipher which is very good. But if you have a good foundation within the foundational fitness and a good mind for that, you'll be able to decipher that. This is an important topic because people oftentimes try to get fancy in programming and forget that the basics are the basics and they should be trained consistently. They get too sciencey or too sport specific in their training and they overlook the basics and try to make it too much. These have their time and place, of course. If you're training for a specific sport, specific injuries, things of that nature, they can definitely be useful. I'm not saying they aren't. But to the general public, the basics are what's going to keep us moving in 50 years. This should be the goal. The goal should be to stay out of the wheelchair, stay functionally independent, mentally independent, and with the basics, that's how we're going to get there, becoming solid in the basics. I bring this up because over time, there's always going to be new ways of training, a new style of training, a new technique, a new class, a new cue, a new reason for doing what we do. But one thing will never change, and that's the foundations of fitness. Become very good at these and you will be fine for whatever fitness trend you decide to embark on, and you'll be able to combat the overall goal of health and wellness, which is to prevent health problems down the line, be able to functionally support yourself and not have to rely on other people for it. This isn't bashing any new style of fitness or any new ideas or new ways of training coming out in the future, because I'm all for it. I'm all for new ways to squat or more efficient ways to squat, more effective ways to squat. But if you build a foundational skill set of basic strength training and conditioning, the squat, the deadlift, the press, you will be fine and you will reap the benefits of all types of fitness, whether that be Zumba, whether that be CrossFit, whether that be powerlifting, bodybuilding, whatever it is you decide to do. If you become great at the air squat, the pressing patterns, horizontal and vertically, the hip hinge pattern, create a great foundation for conditioning, creating a great foundational cardiovascular system, being able to move without, to a certain extent, but being able to move without being out of breath and doing things and feeling better every day, feeling energetic, not having energy wasted because your body's not running properly. And no matter if you have a good foundation of these things, your fitness will withstand the test of time, the new things that come out, the new ways of training, and we'll be able to get past that and find the good in all of it. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Like I said, that last video I did went live, or I didn't go live on it. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Brandon_Thrive Fitness Wellness, Thrive Fitness Wellness on Instagram. I have a new link on my Instagram. It's got everything you could possibly need. It's got my podcast. It's got the Thrive website, Thrive Instagram. It's got a couple other things on there. So go check it out. Click it. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Support Skinny Boy.